First of all, God is good, and I'm so thankful that I get to do this at this place with these guys. So proud of them. They could have easily let the Texas Tech loss beat us twice, but they were able to put it in a box and put it away, and then focus on preparation and go a one-game season. I knew RJ was going to play well. I didn't know he was going to hit a big three, but I knew he'd play well because of his preparation and practice. He was the scout team point guard, volunteered to do it. Jarrell, scout team, volunteered to do it. Guys are like really taking ownership of the team and really investing more into it, and we're figuring out ways just to get better, a little bit better every day. I could brag about all these guys, but what I want to say is that when I was driving in, it was 6 degrees, and there were people in the parking lot, like workers, helping park cars, and I'm thinking, man, 6 degrees, they're out there working, right? And there were students at 2:30 lined up, and I told the guys, I said, man, when people make this kind of sacrifice, this kind of effort to allow us to have this kind of opportunity, we have to reward them with an effort that's worthy of their sacrifice. And whether we had won this game or not won this game, I was really proud of our guys because of the effort that they gave, the togetherness that they showed, that I felt honored our fans, who were unbelievable tonight. And we don't win the game without them. Normally home court advantages are +10, and I think they were +15 for us tonight. So thank you to everyone who helped us get this dub, and really proud of the guys who gave an effort that honored the people in our community who give us the opportunity to play this game.
Jerome, why do you think it is that this team, whether they're playing good or bad, every time it seems to come down to crunch time, go to overtime, you keep finding ways to win?
Maturity, right? Some older guys, belief, and then we work on it every day. Every single day we work on 5 to grind, and that's what we call it. And so it's something that our guys really take pride in.
Well, what is it about Jarrell that's allowed him to help you out these last couple games, especially tonight?
I can't remember who asked me that question. Might have been you that asked about RJ and Jarrell, right? How can they play more? And I said maturity, right? And what I was meaning is that those guys needed to stop thinking about themselves and what they were going through, and start thinking more about the team and what they could contribute to the team that had nothing to do with playing time. And I think Jarrell, I know RJ, both of those guys they've made some big strides maturity-wise in understanding that this is a team thing, and they just have to be ready. Their numbers will get called at some point in time. And I mean, he's been great at practice. You can see it, right? You can see his approach, his preparation, the extra work that he's putting in. I mean, just all those things. And so as a coach, when you see that, and you see that he's doing it with a certain joy, it's not like I'm doing this to try and get on the court, but doing it because he loves his teammates and he wants his team to be better. But then you feel comfortable getting him in there. And so, I mean, he's earned it. He's earned it. And we knew from the last game that we couldn't have Will play 37, 36 minutes, whatever it was, right? And so we needed somebody to step up. And Jarrell did that this week for us. And he's done it like the last couple of weeks, where he's really kind of earned more trust.
Your defense has been getting better and better. What's making it so special at this point of the season?
The attention to detail. Attention to detail. Coach Yu, Coach Marco, Coach Reem, they handle our defense. We've pinpointed some things that we got to get better at, and the guys have been real intentional about what we're doing at practice and paying attention to the details.
Saturday was a high turnover game at Tech, but you only lost by 1. This was 17 turnovers. I mean, you're playing really good teams down to the wire despite the turnovers. What are you thinking about that, I guess?
I'm thinking if we can have our turnovers at 11 or less, we're going to be really hard to beat. And they're like the 2 illegal screens, I'm okay with that, right? because like that means they're going to be looking around the defense like, man, where's this screen coming from? I'm about to get hit. You live with those as a coach. Some of the travels, some of the passes, they were. I got to go watch the film, but in the course of the game, it looked like it was the right decision. It was just bad execution of it, and so we got to get better at that, and we got to figure out a way as a staff to help our guys. And I think it's a staff, like we have to put them in better position where they're not getting crowded and figure out what it is. But if we can cut those turnovers down, we're going to be hard to beat, especially here. Right?
Obviously, people are going to remember Arthur's 4-point play, but how good was he leading up to that, especially defensively for you guys?
Yeah, no, I mean, Art did a great job. A double-double for us. The shot, the offensive rebound by David to kick out. I mean, how huge was that? Especially when he had just gotten hurt a little bit before that, and then Art was ready to let it go. I really want Art to shoot more, right? I want him to shoot more catch and shoot shots, and he's turned them down, and we got to help him there. And but he has been terrific. He did give up the one rebound in the back door. That's just, I can't help myself, right? It just does. But he's made a lot of great strides. I've been so pleased with all of the guys,
And then there was another game where Dorian kind of showed more and more that he really belongs playing against top tier Big 12 talent. What did you think about how he played?
I think we said last year we think Dorian has like NBA talent, right? With size, athleticism, feel, touch. Like he just hasn't. His confidence is growing, and the first few games it was Dorian, just do what we need you to do to stay on the floor, and this past week it was Dorian, I need you to shoot some open shots. Like they're leaving you open. I need you to be more aggressive, and he's special in transition now. Him and Cam, with like that one play when he was behind the play and outran Art down the floor, and Cam threw him the lob. I mean, that kind of speed, that when you can score easy buckets against really good teams like we play in our league, man, that goes a long way. And so, yeah, Dorian's making great strides.
At halftime, several statistics that you don't want to see. You're down 11-4 in points off turnovers, second chance points, and pain points. It seemed like in the second half you shored that up. Was that anything in particular you talked about there?
Yeah, well, when they have 33 points at half and 11 of their points are off of our turnovers and 11 of their points are off of their offensive rebound, right? Like, I mean, dude, like that, and that was just a toughness thing, right? And they were pounding us on the glass. They were just being tougher than us, and that's one of the things we pride ourselves on is, we say the toughest team wins, and so we had a bunch of guys in the first half had 0 rebounds. The second half, TP gets 5 defensive rebounds. Some other guys get some rebounds to help us, because I felt like we were blocking out, but we weren't chasing the ball down. And second half, we did that.
And I think you had 15 of the turnovers. It was still fairly early in the second half and only 2 or 3 down the rest of the way. Is that kind of a sign of a team that's, I guess, locked in and also maturing there?
Yeah, hopefully what I'd like to see is what I want to figure out is how we can cut that 15 down to, 5 in the first whatever minutes, and, and then now we get more shots on goal. They took 22 more shots than us, right? And we won the game. 22 more shots. We have to shore that up.
What defense? Baylor came in. They're such a good 3-point shooting team in general. Defensively, what did you guys kind of focus on leading in to,
well,
to
if
slow
I
them
tell
down?
you, then I mean, they missed some shots they normally make, and I thought we did a really good job of contesting. Hey, thank you guys. Be safe on the way home, please.